Hey guys, it's Maria and I'm here to talk about sewing machines today as promised. I belong to a lot of Facebook sewing groups and I often see people asking for sewing machine recommendations for a new sewer. And oftentimes they have a budget of like $100 or $200 and inevitably somebody comes back and says Bernina or Baby Lock or Juki. And these are great sewing machines, but they are super expensive. Berninas in Canada start at like $2,000. So that is not a great recommendation for a new person starting out sewing. It's not helpful. Yes, if they, a few years down the road, they really like sewing, sure, they should work up to, a better quality sewing machine. But they don't need to spend that much money for a hobby that they don't even know they're going to like. There are lots of other better options out there. I picked up a Singer 5 years ago when I first got into sewing. I went to Canadian Tire and I bought myself this machine. It's a Singer Heavy Duty 4411. It was under $200 at the time. I'm not sure what the price is now. But it was a great machine to learn on. It was fully mechanical. With I think like 10 stitches. I don't know what it says there, 10. And it sewed through everything I needed it to. Special occasion material, heavier duty like Carhartts. Can you get better machines? Yes. Can you get better machines for that price? It's debatable. Maybe secondhand, but again, then you're picking up something that might need, X $100 in repair work. So, like I said, the Singer heavy duty has worked for me. Brother makes some good entry-level machines, and I think even Janome has an entry-level mechanical machine that's under $200. So don't run out and spend hundreds of dollars on a machine when you've barely learned how to stitch. It makes no sense. And the people who recommend that are just not helpful at all, and it is slightly infuriating, to be honest. This machine comes with, everything you need. There's a compartment where I can stuff needle package garbage, I guess. And then that slides off for sewing cuffs and sleeves and other, places that require kind of a narrower space to work on. And I'm just going to see what am I pointing at next? My stitch selector, like I said, 10 stitches, including a 4-step buttonhole, zigzag and straight stitch. You're not getting a lot of decorative stitches with this, but you don't need that starting out. To be honest, I upgraded to a FAF. I never use the fancy machines anyway, or stitches anyways. Hand wheel, light. The light's not bad. It's not the best, but if you have good lighting where you're working, that doesn't really matter at the end of the day, and you can always get a lamp to clip on if you need it. And then you can adjust your buttonhole width there as well, or stitching, sorry. What else? It's fully metal. Well, it's not fully metal. Sorry, there's a lot of metal in it. It's quite heavy, and there is some plastic pieces to it as well, but it does definitely has some heft to it. And like I said, it's worked, and there's equivalent machines, Brother and Janome. I know Heavy Duty has some other models out. They go up in price too, and I've heard some decent things about that from people who've actually used them. So definitely think about this as a machine. Oh, there's my FAF behind there, which is fantastic. But I also use my Singer too, because I busted the needle clamp on my FAF and it was in the shop for 6 months. And guess what? I haven't done anything to my Singer in the last 5 years I've had it, besides clean the thread fluff out when needed. And it still works as good as the day I bought it. So definitely something to consider if you're feeling overwhelmed looking at new machines, and I know lots of people do. Don't overthink it. Pick your budget. Be realistic about your budget and work within your budget. The Singer also has a pretty good program or app, sorry, that you can download where it'll help you select stitches for your fabric, depending on whether you're hemming or stitching a seam. So that's kind of helpful too. So again, I really like this machine. I definitely recommend it for a beginner. If you have any questions, throw them up in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday.